that gathers in summer is a wise son. But he that sleeps in harvest is a son that causes shame. This wise son that succeeds. You know, they don't call anybody wise except with success. Don't tell me your wisdom. It is your results that define your wisdom. Wisdom without success is my rage. It's not only you is wise in your own eyes. That is he that is wise in his own eyes. You know, people can be wise in their own eyes. I know what I can do. I know my capacity. Until your capacity becomes a reality, it is incapacity. I say, I can play better than Ronaldo. I can see. I can see your wisdom, baby. I can see. I can see. I'm better than Elon Musk. I see you. I see you, baby. Say Clement. I see. I see. Wisdom is only proven by result. Outside of result, there is no way to determine wisdom. I'm better than all the ladies that are married. Be married first. My own marriage will not be like that. I said be married first. When I start my own church, start it first. Start with 2 people. Let them lend you 2 people in the church to be in your house for house fellowship for 1 month. Come back and tell me the story. And first of all, start online. Start the first day, everybody will rush you. The following day, you'll be sending invite to people. I've started. I say we are going to join. When you want to finish, 1 minute to finish, that's when some people will do. They say, sorry, you are frying chicken. Sorry, we'll join tomorrow. One day, only you, one person online. He said, if Jesus says it, your voice is now going. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So how to know wisdom is that there are results. So stop saying I am wise when there are no results. You're not. As a matter of fact, if you see yourself as a fool, you will be wise. Most time when you see yourself as wise, you'll be a fool. If anybody regards himself as wise, let him become a fool so that God can make him wise. That's what Paul said. If you see yourself as a fool, you'll be very wise. Because that's what Steve Jobs said. That remain foolish, remain empty, remain hungry. He said this is what drives innovation. I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. That's what key Nokia. I was doing a thesis on it, on effective management. When the Nokia CEO was talking, and it was being acquired by Microsoft. He said, we did nothing wrong. And it was the last bit of his speech. We did nothing wrong, but somehow they lost, because I can't say we lost. They lost. He did many things wrong. People were driving innovation. They were caught in the past. They were caught in what they knew to do. Things are being updated. You stay outdated. Because you see, what people don't know, what you knew yesterday is actually for yesterday. Today's problem is current. Yesterday's knowledge is residual. You can't use residual knowledge to handle current problem. Testing for COVID-19 has gone ballistic. You don't go anywhere, we buy paper, we do it inside the house yourself, and you stay there. When it first came out, everybody has to go and be queuing at the airport. Now you just get that antigen and just test inside the house. If it gives you positive, it is. What about pregnancy? You don't need to go and shame your parent in the hospital, where the doctor will be saying, I'm going to tell your mother. No, you just go to €2 shop. They sell it €3 for 2. and just wee in the bathroom. Just check the result of your last night one night stand. Then by yourself, you just started. You say, Mama Ibeji, Mama Ejime, Mama Ejime. You dancing by yourself, Mama Ejime, Mama Ejime. Able to do ultrasound scan now, they're doing many things. They just put around you or whatever. You can know the kind of baby, and you can take the picture. Everything. So somebody now go and make one ultrasound scan that is big, that to even to export it from here to Nigeria costs 600,000 euros. Who has time for that nonsense? How many of you know some of the first computers could be as big toll house? They were shipping it. Now, this is more than computer. I don't need to compute anything with this thing. You don't need to give me any other thing. Just this thing. Somebody say, all of you be bringing your Bible to the church. You say, it's here. You say, no, that's my Bible. That's for. I say, I hear you. Me, I enter Islamic nation with my Bible here. If you bring your big Bible, where they will put you. I just say, do you have any Bible with you? I say, I have phone. I've not said I don't have Bible. I say, I have phone. At least they're not going to press my phone and be checking it. And inside my own room, there is no place where there is no Bible anymore. There is no place where they are listening to us everywhere now, including Arab nations. Somebody say amen. So that's the reason why Jesus can come anytime. Gospel has entered everywhere. And there is transcription being done. Automatic. This thing, as I say, God will bless you. Allow something. Is giving it to them. So this that is why it gathers in summer, but the other one sleep in harvest. Let me tell you 3 things that make wise people succeed. They understand the timing factor. And let me tell you, young men and women over here, if you ever see any failure in life, if you ever see anybody, this is the main message today. If you ever see anybody that is lamenting that the book is now writing, it's the book of lamentation. He missed out on his time. Can I warn you? There's a time and season for everything. Ecclesiastes, give me. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. From verse 1. We will come back here. Don't forget, he gathered in summer. Then the other one sleep in harvest. Life get really tough for people who miss out on their time. And I will tell you how this applies to some of you. I asked the Lord, it was getting blocked. The signal was getting blocked today. I couldn't get the message to preach. I said, God, so I began message. Will I pray? You know? What will I say to these people? Your people. You know, I can't just pick something and just be saying it. I can't just pick something and just be saying it. And God said, warn them about timing. Many times the difference between a failure and success is the timing factor. The original plan of God for your life may be that He will use you before you turn 20. God will still accept you even if you miss it. But it may not be at age 50 that He will now need you again. I know you didn't hear what I said. I know you didn't hear what I said. Why? To everything that is a season. And a time for every purpose under the heaven. Go on. A time to be born, a time to die. A time to plant, a time to pluck of that which was planted. Go on. A time to kill, a time to heal. A time to break down, a time to build up. Go on. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. Go on. A time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away. Go on. A time to reign, a time to keep silence, a time to speak. That's okay. There's a time and season for everything under the heaven. Prayers, listen, prayers don't bring lost time back. They only align you for another time to come. Write it down. It's a bad truth. It is a bad truth. It's a brutal truth. Prayers don't bring lost time back. Prayers only align you for another timing of another thing, another season. And I'm just giving an example now. And that's an exact example of somebody's life. Before 20, God was supposed to do something. The person did not allow God to do it. And I will tell you how that happens. And the person now comes back at 21. Just 21. Just 21. They used to do AI, artificial intelligence, at the University of Galway. And altogether, in 2 years, maybe at most 8,000. And now find out that at the University of Athlone, there is even AI combined with software design. I only found it yesterday. He closed. The deadline closed. And it's free from Springboard. He closed. He said, MSc in software design using AI. I said, yes. And we even need people in Athlone International Fellowship. He closed on the 3rd of July. I said, Jay Kara. Jay Kara. And I asked him, call them. He now called them. Then I say, oh, take a particular link and put your name on the waiting list in case somebody drops up. Who drops up? And it's now 1 year, not 2 years. Just because we were not checking. We were resting on our horse. We were not checking. Only yesterday I just said, I want to check school for everybody in the whole church. It's part of what I did. Yesterday I didn't come to the office. I said, I'm tired. But I stay inside the sitting area, checking out so many things. I checked through hundreds of courses for people. I was sending some of them to some of you. I know you didn't check. You don't have to check. I've done my own work. May you not check. You don't even have to check. Some of the ones I sent to you because of what you're doing, only certificate in that area gives you an edge. Because it's regulatory area you are. Only certificate gives you an edge that they know you are found with your masters in pharmaceutical chemistry. Only a certificate. I know what I'm talking about because I'm the part of people bringing people into whatever. You are PhD in so and so, but they want to know this thing they want to give you. They know you have knowledge. But have you ever done any module or any course on this thing or any certificate that gives you an edge? It opens you up to enter to that place. With now your PhD, you are now on top of everybody. And some of those certificates is 2 weeks course. But you have done it. And I say, what happens to me that I've not been checking this thing? Because this guy will now use the money more for ministry. Because that's what he uses all his money for. And it will not be 1 year. So that another year he can start PhD in artificial intelligence. So that his head can burst. He can see his wife and say, you are 3. I see one person here, I see one person. Because they say programmers don't have life. They say, are you listening to what I'm saying? We now have to wait for somebody who wants to drop off. And they are not ready. Even people who are not going to take the course through, they are going to stay there for 3 months. So that Even when they now drop off, there's no time. You can't join. Except God just wants him to go there. And you cannot pray. You can force your way, force somebody out in the spirit realm. If you dig at it. Prayers don't bring lost time out. That's why you should be serious with God's timing. Prayers only align you with another time of another thing. So all this falling and rising that is allowing caterpillars to heat up your time. Especially as young people. Look at Ecclesiastes, chapter number 11. Give me Ecclesiastes, chapter 11. Let me tell you, those who will be successful, everybody is earmarked for success. But not everybody can be successful. Everybody is earmarked for success. But then everybody can be successful. Because success has a lot of demands. Fools cannot pay the price. Like verse 7 of Proverbs chapter 24. Wisdom is too high for a fool. That means success is too high for a fool. But if you set out to really succeed, and you align yourself with the dictate, the demand of success, why not? God already bought success for you. It was paid for through the blood of Jesus. It's your birthright. You are redeemed to reign as king and priest on the earth as Christians. But there are procedures and policies guiding success that many people are not ready for, so they cannot succeed. Very easy for me to become round, big, white beard, different kind of hair that makes me look ugly, that makes my wife to be looking and say, wow, where were my eyes before I married this person? I was looking at one of my friends on Facebook the other day, and his wife, so beautiful around him, and the stomach is this long, and it's on the pulpit. It's not God. God didn't create you that way. The stomach is like this now. No. It's irresponsibility. It's laziness. It's stupid laziness. I think Senab was with me one day. I say it's not possible. You will remember. I say it's not possible for me to carry big stomach. I say it's not possible. It's not possible. For what? For what? He will come and check me at 120 when I'm going to heaven. It will still be flat. I'm telling you. That I will not be going around the street and then I say, Daddy, are you pregnant? There are demands of success. Like Jesus said in Matthew 6:33, seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Another Jesus says, and his demands. And all these things shall be added to you.